Hello there! I often get questions that I think are too obvious to warrant a whole video. Usually I just answer in the comments and have done with it. But sometimes I get the same very obvious question so often that I figure I must be wrong about just how very obvious it is. Thus is the case with this question about Lydia and Peter. A number of viewers have asked how Peter controlled Lydia in Season 2. You couldn't see it, but I was doing little finger quotes on the word controlled. That's because I don't think he controlled her as much as he programmed her and then guided her to bring him back to life. If you're a regular passenger on these little trips back to Beacon Hills, please consider subscribing. It is free and all your friends are already here, so go on, click it. That's the way. Jeff Davis tells me he planned to bring Peter back long before they even filmed his death scene in the Season 1 finale. They set everything in motion during the final 2 episodes of the first season. The mystery of why Lydia could take a bite from an alpha and not turn or die was the cliffhanger from Season 1.
She's completely healed? No, not at all.
And the education of Miss Lydia Martin was pretty much designed as the B story for the whole of Season 2.
I'm not crazy. I may be the girl who sleepwalks naked and writes backwards on the chalkboard, but at least I'm not one of those desperate Vicodin-popping wrist cutters at school.
The two are inexorably linked because Peter never planned for the bite to turn or kill Lydia. He wanted her not only alive, but fully awake in her abilities so she could carry out his backup in case he died during the big final confrontation with the Hunters, which he did. It's usually at this point that some people want to know how Peter knew that Lydia was a Banshee. Now, if I had to guess, I would say that he didn't know for sure, but suspected due to the fact that Lydia's grandmother had been pretty loud about her involvement with the supernatural and pseudoscience. In case you haven't noticed, word spreads pretty fast and far in the supernatural world. I mean, word of Scott's defeat of Peter and his humiliation of Gerard Argent reached the Alpha Pack at near light speed. Cora heard there was a new Hale Alpha in Beacon Hills when she was all the way down in South America.
All those rumors I heard. Powerful new Alpha, one of the Hales, building a pack. Do you know how long I waited to hear something like that?
I'm almost positive that Grandma Martin throwing money around to study supernatural stuff would have been a talking point and a bit of a joke for actual supernaturals who heard about it. They would immediately think, yeah, well, she's a banshee, and they're all a little crazy at first. Or maybe Peter didn't know at all and was bluffing when he said he did. The resurrection plan and the method he used would probably work even if Lydia wasn't able to directly communicate across the death barrier. Okay, I got a little off track. Peter's plan hinged on just one thing: the fact that werewolves can create a direct connection to another person's brain and download tons of information. Most of the times we saw this ability, it was through their claws in the back of the neck. But any deep contact, even accidental contact, like we saw with Derek and Jackson in Magic Bullet, can transfer memory.
I've dreamt about this place. I remember the staircase. I remember these walls. I remember everything.
You've been here?
No, never. I dreamt it.
So when Peter chowed down on Lydia's midriff, he shared all the memories and plans he had regarding how to bring him back to life. It was a copy of him pretty much embedded in a series of instructions and delivered directly into her brain via a connection from his alpha spark to her nervous system. Again, this probably would have worked with anyone. It might not have been as clearly defined as it was with Lydia's banshee abilities, but any normal person would have found themselves driven to complete the task that Peter had implanted. The only reason I think Peter truly did sense Lydia had Harbinger of Death vibes is because any normal person he chose ran the risk of dying from the bite. For a professional survivor like Peter, that's too great a risk.
At least you know that you're not actually crazy. Personally, I think that you're going to pull through with a minimal amount of post-traumatic stress.
To recap, the bite carried all the information necessary to bring Peter back, including the when, the where, and the who. But the bite also sparked Lydia's banshee abilities, which led to her completely freaking the fuck out. I actually got a question a little while back as to why Lydia freaked out and ran naked into the woods. Look, I get scared in the shower when I have to close my eyes to wash my hair. If a hand came out of the drain, they'd find me 3 counties over and still running. So I have no problem understanding her motivation here. Plus, the writers needed to set up a mystery of who was killing people.
But if she's turning, would they actually kill her?
I don't know. They won't tell me anything, okay?
Lydia's run into the woods was supposed to remind us of Scott's waking up in the woods that one time in season 1. It misdirects us into thinking Lydia might be a werewolf after all. What's most interesting about this Banshee awakening is that way back in season 2, the writers really gave us the entire Banshee playlist that we would see again and again through the rest of the series. We saw the scream, the visual and auditory hallucinations,
Turn right onto Gaffner Boulevard and continue for half a mile.
You just made your 4th right. And 4 rights make a circle. Maybe the GPS would work better if it was on.
What?
the magnetic pull of dead bodies, and dreams that weren't really dreams.
Leave me alone.
Unfortunately, I can't.
Break the glass! Break the glass!
Now again, I think Peter's plan would have worked on a regular human due to that innate werewolf ability to transfer memory. But it was a much more vivid reaction with someone like Lydia, who actually exists with one foot just outside the land of the living. You guys are the best. Thanks for watching. Now go do the YouTube dance with the buttons, like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you next time we go back to Beacon Hills.